All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to our apostles and elders, and Shalom to all the Akim out there who's preaching this word and continue to have patience and enduring this truth and not getting weak in this thing. So, as you can see, this article right here, the heading says Trump wants to make sure U.S. nuclear arsenal is at the top of the pack. Basically, like this article is talking about. I'm gonna read it as well, but he's basically going into how he getting ready for you want to be always be ready to be like the best in case we go to war. He want America always to be the best. So this article is basically showing you that they at least already know that we're gonna go to war eventually, and then Trump is just basically just putting it out there that we gonna end up going to war in a roundabout way. Because why else would you need to have more nuclear weapons if you wasn't planning to go to war? But the article starts like President Donald Trump said on Thursday he wants to ensure the U.S. nuclear arsenal is at the top of the pack, saying the U.S. has fallen behind its weapons capacity. And I'm gonna jump down a little bit. Trump said in the interview he would like to see a world with no nuclear weapons, but expressed concern that the U.S. has fallen behind on nuclear weapon capacity. I am the first one that would like to see nobody have nukes, but we're never going to fall behind any country, even if it's a friendly country. We're never going to fall behind on nuclear power. And that friendly country he's referring to is Russia, and it's going to go into it. It would be wonderful. A dream would be that no country would have nukes. But if countries are going to have nukes, we're going to be at the top of the pack, Trump said. Russia has 7,000 warheads and the U.S. 6,800, according to the Plowshares Fund and Anti-Nuclear Group. Russia and the U.S. have far more weapons than is necessary to deter nuclear attack by another nuclear armed country, said Daryl Kimball, executive director of the Independent Arms Control Association nonprofit group. The new Strategic Arms Limitation Treaty, known as START, between the U.S. and Russia requires that by February 5th, 2018, both countries must limit their arsenals of strategic nuclear weapons to equal levels for 10 years. The treaties permit both countries to have no more than 800 deployed and non-deployed land-based intercontinental and submarine-launched ballistic missile launchers and heavy bombers equipped to carry nuclear weapons, and contains equal limits on other nuclear weapons. Analysts have questioned whether Trump wants to abrogate the New START or will begin deploying other warheads. In an interview, Trump called the New START a one-sided deal. He said it's just another bad deal that the country made. Whether it's the Iran deal, we're going to start making good deals. And he said we're very angry. The U.S. is in the midst of a 1 trillion 30-year modernization of its aging ballistic missile submarines, bombers, and land-based missiles. And that's just the main point I wanted to hit. If you want to read the whole thing, you can just like Google it, type in what the heading Trump wants to make sure U.S. nuclear arsenal is at the top of the pack. But the first scripture I'm going to go into is Joel 3:9. Proclaim this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And that's what you see going on. Everybody's basically getting ready for war. You see Russia, they've been doing all type of they had recently a submarine that was close by the U.S. All right, the borders, and then you see NATO. They getting closer to the border of Russia. All these different countries basically getting ready for war, and then Trump just said he wanna, instead of investing in America, all right, making America great as he claims, you're investing $1 trillion into getting your into to your weapons, all right, to get ready for war. And you see it see when he said it again in there. Yeah, you want to invest $1 trillion for a 30-year plan. This place don't got 30 years, but just showing you that they don't care about the American economy. They know that war is on the way. Because why wouldn't you want to invest $1 trillion into your economy or whatever? He claimed he want to make America great again. Really, he's just another puppet. All right, because there's no stopping this World War III from coming to pass. All right, it's written in the scriptures, so it's gonna be fulfilled, man. All right, the third world coming quickly, and that's what you see going on. It's clearly plain as day. All right, all these countries are getting ready, and Trump he's just reckless with how he speaks. So he can easily make other countries mad and make them want to go to war at any moment for him just saying something that's stupid. It's Matthew 24:34. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. And that's why, like brothers always say, this is known as Generation Z, because there's not going to be no more generations. All right, because you look at these new niggas that's being born. All right, these monsters out here in these streets. This place can't go on any longer, man. You got all type of just wickedness going on, man. You got kids that are in preschool now or elementary becoming trannies. This place has to just be destroyed. So this has to be the last generation, all right? That's why it says this generation shall not pass. This generation ain't gonna pass away until all these things be fulfilled, man. Because this is Generation Z. This is that last generation, all right? This is the generation where this place is gonna be destroyed, man. The spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And you can clearly see that, all right? Obama, when he was in office, he wasn't really doing a lot like Trump doing. All he did was stuff for mainly these faggots and sodomites, all right? These dykes and LGBT people and everything. That's the main shit that he did. He passed other laws as well, but he wasn't being so blatant with his actions like Trump is. Because Trump is going to be that guy to get World War III popping off, all right? And then on top of that, Obama was over there this whole time in the office saying that we're not going to get involved in Iraq, sending out troops out there. Well, now they're getting involved, man. I read an article recently on that, saying it. All right, that basically the American troops that are out, the U.S. troops that are out there, that now they're basically getting involved. They're not at the. They was saying that they're not at the front line. They're out there shooting and getting shot at, man. All right. So this basically all these nations are ready for war, man. All right, like I just read in Joel 3:10. Let the weak say I am strong. And that's what you're seeing happen. Because these countries at one point they didn't have these the nuclear capabilities that they have now, and and their army wasn't as strong as it is now. All right, that's why America was on the top for a while, but now America has become weak. All right, in the eyes of these other nations, they ready for whatever. All right, they don't care. They can, just like America got missiles, they got missiles. So everybody's just looking at you like it's an equal playing field now. We not scared of you. We got allies. All right, all these other countries, they're getting ready for war, man. That's why we gotta stay on our watch, like the scriptures say. World War III is right around the corner, man. All right, and we know that other things have to come to pass as well, because the nuclear missiles, that's going to be the end of this thing, like the last thing when this place just get nuked. All right, that lake of fire. So before that, all the other prophecies going to come to pass as well. So the closer we get into World War III, man, you're going to see the economy collapsing. All right, the market of beast getting pushed, the RFID chip. All right, plagues being spread all throughout this country. All right, throughout Babylon. All hell basically breaking loose, man. The time of Jacob's trouble. It's right around the corner, man. Trump only been in office not even that long, couple of weeks, and you just every week, almost every day, You see stuff happening 24/7. Trump's going to be that guy to get World War III cracking off, man. Lord willing, this year be the last year, all right? Because the 7 is for completion. Lord willing, this year be that year, man. That this place be destroyed through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, so with that, I'm going to give all praises again to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to our apostles and elders. And shalom to all the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.